Do you want a dessert that looks like it came from a bakery but takes way less effort than a full cake? These individual carrot cake cups are the easiest way to create something beautiful for your guests without needing cake pans or decorating skills. For this recipe, we are going to make our cake and our cream cheese frosting next. For the cake recipe, you can choose anything you like. I'm using a recipe from Preppy Kitchen, and I have the link to his recipe down in the description below because it is hands down the best carrot cake I've ever had. There is no need for me to rewrite a new carrot cake recipe. But if you don't want to bake it from scratch, you can absolutely use a box mix that you love, or if you have a family recipe for carrot cake, use that too. So no special equipment required. We just have a 9x13 glass baking dish that I'm lining with parchment paper so that it's super easy to get out of the dish after we bake it. This cake needs to bake at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes, which is pretty standard for most cake recipes. After it comes out of the oven, you're going to leave it on the counter to cool for a little bit and then pop it in the refrigerator to cool completely. While your cake cools in the refrigerator, we can move on to our cream cheese frosting. This, in my opinion, is the best part. So give me a shout out, raise your hand if you love cream cheese frosting. It is one of my favorite things to add to a dessert to make it extra special. So you are going to get to make your perfect version of cream cheese frosting. Let's do it. You can grab the recipe for my cream cheese frosting in the link in the description below, but I'm gonna walk you through it. So I'm starting with 3 cups of powdered sugar. That's a lot less than other recipes. Most recipes for cream cheese frosting call for 4 or 5 cups. I just think it's too sweet and we don't need that with a sweet cake. I want the cream cheese flavor to shine through. So I'm using 3 cups of sifted powdered sugar, 1 stick of unsalted butter, and 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. Into the bowl of my stand mixer, I have my blocks of cream cheese and my stick of butter, and I'm gonna whip them together with the paddle attachment first. I'm gonna scrape down the sides, and I'm gonna repeat the process a couple times so that my frosting is perfectly smooth. I'm gonna add the vanilla, and we're gonna do this again one more time before we start adding our powdered sugar. Now we can add our powdered sugar. So you're gonna add a little bit at a time, get it in the bowl of your stand mixer, combine it really well, scrape down the sides, and repeat. After you get 3 cups of powdered sugar in there, I suggest you test it. If you want it to be sweeter, you can add a little more. If you're good with it, you're done. Once you scrape down the sides, we're gonna pop this in the refrigerator and let it set up just a little bit so that it is firm enough to hold but still soft enough to pipe. For the decorations on top of our mini cakes, we need a little bit of orange and a little bit of green to pipe some carrots. So I have about a half a cup of cream cheese frosting with some natural food dye. I'm going to do several drops of yellow and then a couple drops of red. Mix it really well, and that's going to be the orange. For my carrot tops, we're going to make a little bit of green. So I have a 1/4 cup of frosting, a couple drops of blue, green, and yellow, just because I have found that this is the shade that I like the most, but you're going to do whatever brand of color you want and however much color you want to decorate your cakes. Once you get it combined, I'm going to pop these back in the fridge so that they can firm up enough for me to pipe. Once you're ready to assemble your cups, we're going to get our cream cheese frosting in some piping bags. So what I like to do is I like to pop my bag over a glass and then add my frosting in from there. Once the bag is pretty full, you can get it out of the glass, tie off the top, and get ready to have some fun. These little tipless piping bags are one of the favorite things that I kept after I was done with my cottage bakery, just because the cleanup is super easy and they're fun to use. I love piping stuff. After you get your frosting in your bag, just gently use a little bench scraper to smush it all down to the bottom. And then you can tie it off. Okay, our cake is ready, our frosting is ready. The last thing we need are some minced pecans. So I have some whole pecans that I got from the grocery store. I'm gonna chop them up pretty fine, get them into a bowl, and this is gonna be the last piece of our decorating assembly station. Here comes the fun part. We actually get to assemble our little cups. Now, you have options. I have my link in the description below for these little 8-ounce cups. I feel like this is the perfect size. It's enough to fill you up and satisfy you. It's not so much that it's gonna be like, ugh, it's too much cake. But you can use any cups you want. You can use regular drinking glasses if you want, if you have a nice nice shape, you can do that, or you can grab these from my affiliate link that's in the description. You can go smaller, you can go bigger. So we're gonna take our cake out of the baking pan and we're gonna cut it up into little pieces so we can get in our cups. Another habit I picked up from my cottage bakery is wearing gloves when I am preparing ready to eat food. I don't do this all of the time, but it is a bit of a habit. So I pop on my gloves and then we're gonna start cutting our cake into bite-sized pieces. Real quick, check out our cake. You can see the shreds of carrots and the pecans running through the cake. It smells like the warm spices from the cinnamon and the nutmeg. I highly recommend using the Preppy Kitchen recipe. So we're gonna cut the cake into strips and then I'm gonna cut again down through the center because we do want these pieces to be fairly small to pack them into our cups. A full boxed cake or homemade cake recipe is going to be enough to make 24 cups. I'm not making 24 cups today for this video. I'm only doing 8. So to get started, you're going to cut a tip off of your cream cheese frosting and start layering your cake into your cups. So you're going to do about 2 cake squares high, but pack it down so that we don't have a bunch of air in there. Now let's pipe our cream cheese frosting. So you're going to want to go around the edge first so that it's nice and solid. We don't have any gaps and we don't have any air. After you get that layer on, you're going to repeat the process and do your second layer of cake. Now I recommend that you make sure that your cut edge of the cake is what faces out so that you can see those pecans and those carrots. It makes it look really cute and you know it's going to taste good. Now you can pipe on your top layer. So we're going to go around the edge just like you did before. Fill it in, and now we're going to smooth out the top. You can do this with an offset spatula or you can do it with a knife. We just kind of want to smooth it out like it would be a real cake. Now we're going to add our chopped pecans and we're going to follow along the edge of the cake so that we have a nice pecan border all the way around. To pipe on the carrot, you're going to cut a pretty small tip off of your orange frosting, and we're going to start just by going back and forth, wider at the top and then more narrow at the bottom to make our carrot shape. Now to finish strong, you can get those green tops on there. So we're going to pipe just some thin strips to make it look like our carrot tops. For me, this is a lot easier than decorating an actual whole cake. The one thing that's cool about these cups is that they come with lids. So if you want to travel with these, that's super easy. Add them to a bake sale, done. So super cute, super fun way to bring everyone together. I like making these for parties because when we're done eating, we don't want to clean a big mess or serve another thing. Like I just want to relax. And that's why I love these. You set them out, everybody takes them, enjoy. So this is the best part. We get to go in and take a quick bite. We still have our layers. Yes. I want to help you succeed on your holidays. And oh, the nutmeg is really good on this and the cinnamon. Okay, I want to help you succeed with your holidays, with your cooking, with your recipes and your plans. So make sure you subscribe, come back and do this again. We're going to make more desserts, more main dishes that help you simplify your holidays, your parties, and your entertaining. And I'll see you again soon.